see. Now the other big point with respect to this industry is, right, there have been massive structural changes, and this has been further enhancing the push. So from almost FY 12-13 to FY 19, there were multiple regulatory changes that came in. So the first change that came back in the day, I think this was between 13 and 14, was the 80-20 rule. 80% of the gold that is imported, I mean, you can whatever gold you have, because India had a massive gold import bill. 20% of that had to be exported before you could import 80% of your demand. So this 80-20 rule was again scrapped within a year. Then there was demonetization. Then there was a regulation around issuing a PAN card for purchasing minimum ticket size of 50,000 rupees of gold. This limit was then further enhanced to 2 lakh rupees. Then there was BIS hallmarking. So, are you effectively hallmarking your gold to show it's pure? So obviously this all came with compliance costs. So at some level the unorganized jeweler was crushed. And then finally GST, gold was brought under the ambit of GST. So that again means further compliances. So that in some way has pushed this shift from unorganized to the organized space, right? Loyalty schemes is something which Titan has really been able to pioneer and ensure they are able to, continue to grow. The Gold Harvest Scheme program, the collections that they've done from that is close to 1700 crores as on FY20. As on FY21, that number is close to 1400 crores. So, they've announced multiple loyalty schemes. And there are new loyalty schemes as well right now, because Gold Harvest Scheme is now so successful. They've also launched a high ticket purchase or a high ticket size loyalty scheme, which is more to do with the premium end of the jewelry and the wedding jewelry, right? Now today, because of a slew of these regulatory measures and structural changes that are happening in the industry, the organized market today is almost 32% of the overall market. Just to give you some context, 3 to 4 years back, this number was probably 8-9%. And then when you look at the market with respect to the jewelry business, weddings are almost 55% of the jewelry market in India. And this is followed by daily wear, fashion, etc. And the South almost constitutes 40% of the overall jewelry market. So between North, West and East, that roughly is 60% of the market, but 40% of the market is from one geographical area, which is why you'll see some players are very south heavy and still manage to be quite profitable, right? At some level for Tanishq, they are a pan-India player, so they obviously are present in all 4 corners of the country, and at some level on the wedding side, they have been a little behind the other players, because there's still a high tendency for people to go to a local jeweler or let's say some specialized local jewelry manufacturers compared to, let's say, going to a Tanishq when it comes to wedding jewelry. There's also something which Tanishq is trying to fix through their